pro players din. So, you know, nakapag-rookie ka, kabado ka, di ba?
Okay.
And when I went to the dugout, Julia Cornell was all smiles. She was
Okay.
super excited to set her feet on the court. And I actually asked her, are you intimidated by, you know, being in the pro league now from collegiate? Sabi niya, you know what, it's a completely different environment for me, but it's what makes it so exciting. And she loves it. She loves every bit of it. And we really can't wait to see her on court. Pagdating naman ni Liza Eroa, we know na yung Galleries talagang depense yung strength nila. And she said, for today, she wants to be the queen of defense. Gusto niya talaga maging effective for today's game. So I'm so excited para makita ko ano yung binaon nila.
Talagang pupuhunan we can expect for this team in today's match or this conference.
Well, actually, they have talking about the Galeries Highrisers. Meron silang key addition. We talked about her a while ago, si Julia Coronel. But still, they have the key holdovers. They have Liza Eroa, Franz Ronquillo, RJ Doromalen, Jewel Encarnacion. And they didn't lose many players from the off-season because they mostly have an intact roster from the reinforced conference. And Coronel joining this conference as a 2024 draft class batchmate also with Jewel Encarnacion. And Eroa will again be the star of the lineup and because of her defense prowess na pwede niyang ibigay for their team. And also talk about Ronquillo, who is actually the leading team scorer with 69 points, followed by RJ Doromal with 66 points and Grace Bombita with 54 points.
You know, pretty much an intact team from the last conference to this conference. So you mentioned 4 games and 5 sets break through that kind of slump that they had in the last conference. But let's switch courts and take a closer look on the other team competing today, led by this man on your screens, Coach Taka Minoa and the Akari Chargers.
And actually, Akari Chargers made headlines earlier this year with their free agent signing. Going back to 2023, they Faith Nisperos, Justin Hazareno, and Fifi Sharma. And for this year, 2024, they picked up Celine Domingo and Gretchel for their squad. But after Ani Ravena and their coach, Taka Minoa, all from Next Led. Those additions, along with their inspired play from reinforcement, Oli Ocaro, they actually propelled to a monumental reinforced conference campaign itong Akari Chargers where they won 10 straight games. And 8 in the preliminary rounds where they beat Farm Fresh and they beat PLDT then in the semifinals. So that because of that, that was their first finals appearance. But they got swept by the Creamline Pool Smashers and they lost the championship match. So the Chargers will be looking forward for this conference, bringing back Fifi Sharma and Faith Nisperos from their last duty. So ano kayang ginawa nila coming into this conference to prepare as a team?
Ako ay, ano nga ba?
You know what, Z and Paneng, they put in a lot of effort during the off-season and we know that they really have strong middles. Talagang fortified ang kanilang net defense. That's why they are focusing on also their attacks because without the reinforcement, they want to show who they are as Akari Chargers. And you know what, I also got to ask Fifi Sharma, anong pwede mo ma-contribute? Sabi niya, you know what, I can hopefully make things better for Akari, di ba?
Okay,
And then I got to ask Faith Nisperos then, sabi niya, you know what, sana meron kaming pangalawang finals, kasama naman na kami.
Alright, so parang medyo may FOMO na nagaganap. But, you know, we see this lineup, this conference really stacked, really beefed up. So let's see how far the Chargers will go this conference. But first, let's zoom in on the lineup that we'll see today.
That's right. Actually, the Akari Chargers have several uncertainties in their lineup because of their key returns na last players. So, question is, how will Coach Taka Minoa handle the lineup? Will the players make changes in the positions or will they start a conference from the bench? Mag-start kagad for this conference. So who knows, diba? This is their first game. So we will see later kung ano yung magiging tactics and game plan nito ni Coach Taka. But Gretchel Soltones still proved to be a key signing for Akari because she was their most reliable scorer and serve receiver for this year. And Ivy Laxina also made a leap in the reinforced conference. She's also one of the top scorers with 128 points actually. The second most among in local players. So this is their first game. Let's see kung anong klaseng Akari Chargers ang anong klaseng game ang ipapakita nila ngayon.
Alright, well, paano naman natin masasama ang ating mga team bahay or mga nanonood sa Pilipinas Live, ay?
You know what talaga, we love hearing from our lively fans online. And with that, since the PVL is back, the Pilipinas Live question is also back. And you know, if you scroll down below your stream, the question is, which team will start the conference on fire? Again, the question is, which team will start the conference on fire? You can answer that right below the stream. You can also join in the conversation online by using the hashtag, hindi na hashtag PVL 2024.
Ano na?
Hashtag PVL 2025.
Wow, so really looking forward to a lot of things this 2024 to 2025 conference. When we return, you will see a little bit more stories coming your way.
Number 14, Mariopi Sharma.
Being back in the PVL is exciting because I get to, play like how I used to play before. A lot more carefree and more loose. I'm PP Sharma and PVL, I'm back. The thing I miss the most about playing in the PVL is playing with no national teams. It's super nerve-wracking. What I would contribute the most to my team is more experience during times like that. My goals for myself this conference and also my other teammates are gelling more because this is a new team. We've revamped since the previous conference, so this is going to be like a fresh start for us, especially for me. So I'm very excited because there are a lot of things to learn and a lot of things to adjust on. Last season was the first finals appearance for Akari experience. You can expect, the energy, which is OA energy. So I'm just gonna show up as myself and do my best and, play for Akari and for the love of volleyball. Hello to all of my fans who have been waiting for me to come back. I promise I will not disappoint you. I'm so excited to see you guys and I hope to see you in all of the games to come support the Akari Chargers and yeah, see you there.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the PhilSports Arena in Pasig and the 2024-2025 season of the All-Filipino Conference of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. We have two matches lined up for you for this afternoon in the preliminary round. And for the first of these two matches, let us welcome our Galeries Tower Highrisers and their challengers, our Akari Chargers. Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Miss Joy De Imus, ABC International Referee. Second referee, Mr. Herbert, Mathematical, Asian International Referee. Galeries Tower Highrisers. Let's begin with jersey number 2, Jewel Encarnacion. At number 3, Isabel Jamie Jimenez. With jersey number 10, Shannon Palick. Team captain number 16, Alyssa Eroa. Head coach, Ms. Lerma Hiron. Calling on our Akari Chargers. Let's begin with jersey number 5, Gretchel Soltones. At number 7, Camille Angelica Cal. Number 8, Princess Ezra Madrigal. At number 10, Camille Victoria. Wearing jersey number 16, Ivy Keith Laxina. And number 24, Christine Joy Soyo. Starting libero is number 1, Danielle Therese Ravena. Head coach, Mr. Takayuki Minoa. Is match number 1, the 2024-25 season.
All right, on your screens are the Akari Chargers starting lineup. You got Laxina, Soltoni, Soyud, Cal, Victoria, Madrigal, and Ravena. So pretty much the same faces, the same names that we've seen in the last conference. Sabi nga nila, matagal-tagal tong conference na to. So relax lang kayo. Yung mga idols, yung mapapanood nyo rin maya-maya. In the meantime, Galeries Tower Highrisers got Jimenez, Coronel, Ronquillo, Encarnacion, Baliton, Palek, Eroa, and again, you mentioned earlier, Paneng, Julia Coronel debuting finally at the first game day of the PVL All-Filipino Conference.
That's right, and she will be the starting setter for this squad. Frontline setter ngayon, ang meron itong Galeries Highrisers rather. So first serve will be with Akari Chargers.
Best outside hitter in the last reinforced conference of the PVL, Gretchel Soltones, will start us off. Welcome back, sports fans, and shout out to those who are watching by Pilipinas Live. We're also, you can also watch us on RPTV 9, One Sports Channel 6, One Sports Plus Channel 261. Once again, Aitinsay breaking us the new hashtag for this conference, hashtag PVL 2025. Here we go, Coronel for that serve. Straight to Ravenna. Cal to Laxina. Down the line. Defense was there. Eroa for the second ball to Jimenez. And a check out. Getting another point for the Tower Highrisers.
Yeah, so far, a good start here for the Highrisers. Getting the first 2 points for this set.
Nabanggit mo nga kanina pa hunger for wins this conference. Free ball, Eroa. Pick up. Back row to Soyud. Eroa. Will Jimenez get to it?
Yeah, but that was a good effort though from Jimenez.
Sorry, it was
Coronel. Was it Coronel from back row?
Encarnacion. Trying to get that second ball. Here we go. But not enough space also for Jewel Encarnacion to pick that up. 1 serving 2 is your score here. Victoria with that serve. Encarnacion first ball. Coronel once again to Jimenez this time. A little too powerful behind that hit.
Actually, she was under the ball and missed timing with the attack.
Okay.
So 2 unforced errors here for the Highrisers.
Another chance for that first ball kill. Let's see what Victoria has to give to them. Perfect first ball this time. Jimenez will try but blocked at the net. Second time. Nope. Back set to Ronquillo. Tip ball. Victoria was there. Cal. Back set. Back row attack. Still in play. Still in play.
Oh,
Here we
good
go.
save.
Cal, who will she choose? Chooses Laxina, but that is wide. She's asking for a check. Will they ask for one? Let's see. But Ai Tensai has a report. Alexis.
Zian Panang, it's early on and it's really exciting. And with that, after 2 months of hardcore preparation, the Galeries Tower Highrisers are ready to dominate and reintroduce themselves. More on Julia Coronel, coming from a strict disciplinarian system in DLSU where she's often guided on what to do. She's now with the Galleries where she has the creative freedom on setting up the plays she's confident with. This sense of responsibility and creativity led her to feel more excited as she can showcase her identity as a playmaker. The way she planned out her plays for today was hand-tailored to her spikers. If I were to specify one, be quick raw ang bagay kay Rosel Baliton to maximize her performance. Let's see the high energies of Galleries this day 1, the first heartbeat of volleyball, back to set 1.
Thank you for that report, Alexis Tensai. And also welcome back, giving us the insider reports from the sideline, from the dugout. And as we settle this rotational fault called against the Tower Highrisers, you know, parang may kakaibang aura itong ladies in white shirts natin, Paneng.
Actually, ang ganda ng start nila for this set. Very relaxed lang, and they started with good service care of Coronel. And kahit na ang ganda ng blockings nitong Akari Chargers, the coverage was there. Ang tagal ng rally natin earlier.
Speaking of defense, on your screens, Eliza Eroa taking the charge. Siya lang naman yung best libero natin in the last reinforced conference, proving to everybody that anybody can come back and perform excellently in the PVL.
Yeah, but Eroa now is clarifying with the referees kasi they were called a rotational error which cost them a wrong server. Pero they're clarifying because they're saying na tama naman yung ikot nila.
You can also see Julia Coronel on the sideline saying, it's okay, shake it off. It's just 1 point. Let's get this first ball kill. Make sure everybody's in place this time around.
But because of that error, the point is awarded.
First referee, international referee Joy De Imus, waiting for the green light from our table officials. You know, a lot of new things also on the technical side naman, Paneng. During the media conference of the PVL this week, this Monday, they were saying, you know, we have two new challenges in store for you to make and elevate the league to a higher ground. Cal restarts us here. Ronquillo with that first ball. She will get the set and the kill.
Yeah, that was a quick side out from the Highrisers. Take a look at this set by Coronel. It was actually not a high set.
Okay.
Parang so far nakikita natin na medyo mababa yung set na binibigay niya sa kanyang mga open hitters.
Can you already tell that the dynamics and the momentum nag-iba na para sa Galleries since Julia Coronel joined?
Well, so far, mas maganda yung ginagalaw nila ngayon. Mas alam nila kung nasan yung pwesto nila. But still, medyo may times na nakakalimutan nila yung defense pattern. But the attacks were there. They are more aggressive in spiking the ball. And alam nila na mabablock yung mga teammates nila. So the coverage is always present.
So far, so good for both of our squads. 5-4 is your score. Testing the waters in the newest conference of the PVL. Jimenez, Laxina was there for the defense. Cal pushes it to Soltones down the line. Coronel was present. Jimenez will try again. Sohyud over on the first touch there. Ronquillo. Is displayed by Laxina. Ball still in play. Will Jimenez end this? Goes cross court, but Cal was Sohyud down the line.
That was a good down the line hit by Ellie Sohyud. Yung mga blockers na nakaabang sa cross court hit niya, but she targeted that down the line.
Straight to Eliza Eroa, no less. But grabe yung nipis nun.
Yeah. Kahit ang liit lang ng opening sa down the line blocker, napadaan pa niya yung bola doon.
Ronquillo answers right away down the line against Sohyud and Cal as well. Look at this one more time.
Bumawi si Ronquillo doon dahil kanina ang nipis nilang palo ni Ellie Sohyud sa down the line. But Ronquillo also targeted that down the line of the Akari Chargers.
Wow, that was a good serve. Here we go. Oh, Julia hitting. All right. Cal to Soltones, goes cross court. Suaje was there. Coronel to Ronquillo, drop ball. Rachel with the defense. Ravena with the free ball. Eroa will get this one. Coronel, back row. Ooh. Again, under the ball.
Coronel set was too low or low going to the back line. Pero parang napapansin ko din na halos lahat ng binibitawan na sets ni Coronel for her open hitters and opposite hitters, mabababa. Parang low and fast set.
Low and fast sets is the name of their game this conference thus far. And Coach Lerma and the rest of the galleries asked for a challenge, a block touch challenge if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here on the screens, our ball in, ball out challenge instead.
Because the players were telling Coach Lerma na ang layo ng daan ng bola pero looked like it landed sa corner pocket ng court nitong Akari Chargers.
I mean, you can already feel how important every game is in this conference. Talaan pa lang natin dito sa unang set. 5-all, but look at this. Good challenge by the Galeries Tower Highrisers, and they snatch that point back. 7-5 is their score right now. If you were one of these ladies in white, the Galeries Tower Highrisers, I mean, what's your mindset coming into this long conference?
Well, definitely dapat relax lang coming into this game. Pag na-pressure ka, medyo nag-iiba yung galaw mo. Na-experience mo rin yung back nung naglalaro pa tayo. Na pag pressured ka or nag-overthink ka, dun ka minsan nahihirapan gumalaw. Hindi ka relax. So, looking at the Highrisers now, very relaxed yung laro nila and as of their blockers is staying to their game plan.
And speaking of her block floor defenders were not that quick hit by Soltones. Ronquillo, check ball, yes. Keeping things really close here at the Galeries Tower Highrisers, but that's the first technical timeout. We will be back for more PVL All-Filipino Conference. Arena Plus, Astig sa Sports. Welcome back to the first game day of your 2024-2025 PVL All-Filipino Conference. You're watching this match, the first match in this doubleheader Saturday between the Akari Chargers and the Galeries Tower Highrisers. Before we went to the technical timeout, Galeries were 1 point up, but with that service error, tabla tayo sa 8. Eli Soyod getting ready to serve.
Good first ball.
Quick tip. Cal was there. A little tight here. Was there a check? Yep. Linesman telling first referee Joy De Imos that there was indeed a check ball. But hold your horses, because Coach Lerma and the rest of the Tower Highrisers will be asking for a block touch challenge.
Yeah, because the players from the Highrisers are telling Coach Lerma na there was no block touch. So, maski sila nagsasabi na sayang din naman kasi yung point na yun dahil tabla tayo sa 8. And since the start of this set, parang isahan lang yung lamang or as much as 2 points lang, yun lang. But nakakadikit kagad yung mga team.
And you know what they say, if you want to win and make it a convincing win, you gotta win by a lot of points.
Right.
Hindi pwede, hindi ubre yung pa isa-isa lang. So both teams are already out to make a statement in this first game. Once again, these ladies on your screens, the Galeries Tower Highrisers are up. Or actually, it's 8-all right now. Let's see if there was a block touch. If there's none, they will be up, leading this set by 1. And it was a successful challenge. So far, so good.
Yeah.
2 successful challenges for these ladies on your screens. We got Rosel Baliton to serve. Straight to Laxina, good first ball. Cal to Victoria. Defense was there. Back set once again to Jimenez. But there was a check ball. Gretchen knew it too.
Parang umamin na siya na yes, there was a check ball. But take a look at that set from Coronel. Ang baba lang din for the back row.
So far, Jimenez has been proving her importance for this team. During the pregame, we were talking about Ronquillo, Doromal, and Bonita. But so far, in this set, so far for the Galeries Tower Highrisers, Jimenez leading on, but that goes way out.
So Galeries is now up by 3 points. Ito na yung pinakamalaki so far for this set. So everything working well for the side of Galeries.
Julia Coronel. Get used to hearing that name here in the PVL. Offset. She played defense well there in that last sequence, as well as Ravenna. Cal chooses Laxina. Good check. Jimenez was there. Encarnacion was there. Blocked. And Cal loving that block.
Yes, of course, that was single block from Cal. She read well the attack of Jimenez. Take a look at that.
Single block at that. Look at that. Perfect with that air punch. Loving that play and that point. 1 point game ulit. 11-10. Encarnacion with that first ball. Back set to Jimenez. No blocker. But Soid was there. Laxina. Two-step approach. No problem there. And they get the point.
And there was a net touch violation called on the side of Galeries. Kanina lamang sila as much as 3 points, but now we're tied at 11 because of those unforced errors.
Looks like it's going to be a long Saturday for us, Panay. Again, it's a double-header Saturday. 4 p.m. is the time when we started this match. And later on at 6:30, you still got the Petrogas Angels and the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. So it's a jam-packed day one here in the PVL. Encarnacion bumabawi, getting that point back to her squad. 12-11 is her score. So far, also parang well-distributed ang bola ng Galeries, Panay.
But we're not seeing a lot of middle attacks from the Galeries.
Okay.
I think Coronel is maximizing her wing attackers with low and fast sets. That's why we're seeing na medyo nalilate yung blockers ng Akari because it's honestly ang hirap mag-block ng mababang set. That's why we're seeing opening in the middle and sometimes single block.
I mean, look at that. Julia Coronel literally and figuratively setting up her teammate to success. Straight between the blockers last time was Jimenez. Soyud, back row, no goal.
Yep, that was outside. So again, the Highrisers up by 3 points.
Interesting also na talagang ini-involve ng mga setters. Both are setters, Cal and Coronel. The back row attackers as well.
Whenever they're in the front row, hindi nila kinakalimutan yung mga opposite hitters nila in the back row.
Good first ball, Cal over on 2. Ball still alive. Jungle ball for Jimenez. Soltones was there. Soyud will try, but chooses to push it. Encarnacion chases that down. Jimenez. Straight to Soltones. Cal to Laxina. Connection is strong between these two girls. And she gets that point with a check touch.
Yeah, it was actually an overset from Cal, but Ivy Laxina was still able to convert that into a point by swiping the ball at the hands of her blockers.
Camille Cal to serve. Straight to Eroa. Julia diving for that second ball. Ravenna.
Oh, overset.
Back set to Laxina. No problem there. Coronel back set as well.
Yeah. Woo! That was a good set from Coronel. Again, if you see that again, makikita mo ang baba ng set niya kay Jimenez at the back row. Look at that. Ang bilis ng set niya. So, buka na yung blockers niya. Binitawan na rin yun ni Ivy.
It seems like, you know, this is really a novel thing for the Galeries Tower Highrisers. Blockers have been late on the side of the Chargers, and that's why Ellie Soyud made sure that she gets that point for her squad.
Good set from Cal and a cross-court hit there by Ellie Soyud.
Laxina to serve. Ero was there. Overball ng una. Eroa getting the defense. Tonquillo blocks.
Good block. Ang hirap na i-cover nun dahil diretso sa floor yung bola. I think that was Ellie Soyud with a down-the-line block.
Combining her efforts with Ezra Madrigal. Double block in that last sequence. Laxina serving once again. Straight to Encarnacion. There's her quick, but ball still alive. Back set to Soyud. Cut shot. Ronquillo gets it done.
Coming off from the set of Baliton, Ronquillo getting the 16 point for the Highrisers, getting the second technical timeout.
Will we see an encore this conference? Eliza Eroa led the conference, the league, with digging and reception. Number 1 in reception, number 3 in digging. Will we see another solid performance from her this conference? We'll find out, or let us know your thoughts using the hashtag PVL 2025. Ronquillo once again double blocked at the net. This block of the set is brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference.
I think that was the second kill block for the Akari Chargers, courtesy of Eli Soyud.
We're back to this one-point game. First set proving that every point, every set, every game is very important. Ezra Madrigal to serve. Short serve, it all was there. And look at this.
Oh!
Ball still alive.
Yeah, ball still alive. Good save. Oh, but the miscommunication there on the side of the Highrisers. So we saw substitution kanina on their side. Coach Lerma bringing in Rene Mabilangan, who plays as the setter for their squad. But take a look at that save by Camille Cal.
Oh, yeah. But look at this sequence also. Mabilangan playing the setter while Julia Coronel will play attacker.
Yeah, as the opposite attacker.
Ezra still serving. Mabilangan chases that ball down. Ronquillo double block. Eroa was there. Here we go. Coronel down the line. Look at her go.
Yeah, so Coronel, not just your setter, but also an opposite hitter.
That's your second overall draft pick this season, everybody. Alam mo yun yung sinasabi ni Julia before na, you know, I am a setter, but I also want to play and make some points on my own. But look at that emphatic kill by Eli Soyud.
So far, I think she's one of the leading scorer for their squad. And this spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan.
Eli Soyud getting a lot of kills on that right side. Good ball. Ooh, overcooking that one was Coronel. Get used to this change of roles by your second overall draft pick, Julia Coronel. So far playing opposite hitter while she's in the front row. And Mabilangan playing setter making sure they got a full front lineup, attacking lineup. Talking about the Galeries Tower Highrisers. In the meantime, the Chargers getting a double substitution here. Got Mitch Cobb on your screens, getting to serve with Faith Nisperos in the front row. 1-point game once again. This time, Akari leading.
Oh, she was called a 8-second violation on the service line. I don't think she heard the whistle of our referee.
Very interesting also, you know, that 8-second timer can be seen on the screens on the floor here. So, you know, we got a lot of help in terms of that sequence. Jungle ball here, Encarnacion goes cross court to Ravenna. Saying bye-bye to that ball, tying this first set once again. 18-all pa rin.
Yeah, that was, take a look at this attack by Encarnacion, targeting long ball. Na late na doon ang pwesto si Danny Ravenna. But tight first set here,
Yes.
Z.
Oh! Another unforced error on the side of the Chargers. Herbert Matematico calling for a wrong rotation.
Yeah, I think masyadong maaga napa-forward doon si Michelle Cobb to set dahil kailangan mo na antayin makaserve bago gumalaw.
2 free points given to the Galleries with Faith and this run. Not yet. Oh, yes.
Medyo naguluhan sila doon who will get the second ball because there are 2 setters inside the court. But Mabilangan was the one who got the first ball.
Point given back to the Chargers. Let's see what can they make of this. Free ball for the Chargers. Cobb sets up Laksina. Goes down the line. Straight to Mabilangan. Gets it through.
We're tied at 20.
Again, expect that this is going to be a long first day.
Yep.
Welcoming us back to the PVL. Soltones. Good serve there. Straight to Ronquillo. Overshooting that one.
Yeah, good serve by Gretch Soltones. But there's an overreach violation called.
Yep. First referee, Joy De Imo, saying that there was an overreaching violation by Victoria. Will they ask for a challenge? One of the newer challenges? No, going, gone. All right. Coronel on the service line. 21-20 is our score. Good low serve. Cobb back sets it to Nisperos. Welcome back, Faith Nisperos.
Very reliable Faith Nisperos when it comes to attack. Take a look at this. Down the line, facing cross court, pero down the line attack.
What was your favorite kind of hit, Paneng, when you were still
Oh,
playing?
yung mga ganon na facing cross court pero
Speaking
down the
down.
line. Or
Sa
facing,
balikan?
or facing down the line, biglang
cross.
cross court.
Okay,
Kaya dapat flexible ang mga arms.
gotcha. Oh! Speaking of flexibility, Faith Nisperos making it really difficult for the Tower Highrisers. Kaya ito, papatawag ng timeout si Coach Lerma and the rest of the Gallery squad.
Masahan natin yan, ha? Isang pasa lang. Tayo dapat tong first attack na to, maka-atake tayo. Sino nang sa harapan? Tong 3 spikers. Hang, tapos huwag mong pagalan. Wala ka ng blocker eh. Nakaline na si kakagatin mo siya sa line, tapos birayin mo lang yung kaliwa. CG walang nasa harapan. Oh, basta pag maganda, ito papatungin mo. Ito papatungin mo. Single block. Okay? Get the moment. Single block. Anong gagawin? Oh, pero, hey, wait lang. One at a time. Kailangan mo na natin pumasa. Makomit ka, ha? Let's go.
All right, a little bit more specific this time around. Coach Lerma asking for a very effective and efficient play to even out this set number 1 once again. Victoria
Starting us off at the tail end of set number 1 here. Ronquillo with that first ball. Coronel to Encarnacion. Gets checked. No problem there. Eroa back sets to Jimenez. Check out.
Good response there from Jimenez coming off from the timeout. So we're tied at 22.
Is this what you expected from the first match of this conference, Padeng?
Well, I expect ko na we'll get quality volleyball, and we're seeing it now since the first point all the way hanggang ngayon.
Hey, look at this. Faith Nisperos checking in with 3 points right away. Finding that end line. Look at that. Feels like she was only in for 5 minutes, but she already contributed 3 points.
Good substitution there by Coach Taka.
This time, Akari keeping that full front attacking lineup. Cal.
Oh! Good serve by Cal. Actually, ang sharp ng serve niya na yun. Targeting long ball. Take a look at that again.
Trying to really avoid that serve from Eliza Eroa. Coach Lerma will ask for another timeout.
Gusto nyo mag-receive, ituloy ninyo. Again, doon tayo dehado Nagdadalawang isip tayo lagi sa ginagawa. Sa training ba, ganyan ang ginagawa mo? Anong difference ng training at saka ng laro? Pressure. Now, it's your character. Okay? Yung character mo mag-re-reveal dito. Yan lang ba yung kaya mo? Ilaban mo. Ilaban mo.
Kasap tayo.
Now, in case you missed that, Coach Lerma was talking to Jewel Encarnacion, who's a rookie in the PVL, her second conference after being drafted back in June. Coach Lerma's asking for growth.
Yep.
This time around, we're at the tail end. Let's see if Cal will get another service ace. Not yet. Ronquillo, check ball. Saltones was there. Cal to Laxina. Good check. Suarez
good save.
with a touch. Free ball ulit. Short ball at that. Cal.
Overset. So Jimenez really made use of that overset ni Camille. Cal getting their point. Take a look at what happened there and the save by Eroa.
Encarnacion making sure it goes back. And Jimenez, speaking of growth, it seems like he's growing so much in this league. But look at this, Coach Taka will ask for a timeout.
Long rotation. Wait run, hitting tayo. Wait run. Or a little bit going to inside IB. And pass tayo pass. Network. Not strong serve. Okay, so 1 point tayo, girls.
Simple instructions from Coach Taka. All we need is 1 point.
Yeah. And parang they said now they should start to have a good receive muna.
It all starts with the first pass. Carly Hernandez, service specialist. Let's see if she can extend this set. Good serve, Cal. Pushes it to Laxina. Gets blocked!
That was the block of Baliton and Isa Jimenez on the front row, tying the score to 24 all. Ooh. So we are in an extended first set.
Look at this. We've seen it since the first whistle. Both teams wanting to get that first dub on the first day back. Hustle is Ronquillo.
Good defense.
Soyud a little under the ball, easy over there, back set to Jimenez. Good intention there.
Yeah, it was a good intention, but it was just too short. ang layo ng defense na yon down the line sa side ng Akari. Missed opportunity for the side of Galleries, but Ivy Laxina in the service area, we know that she's one of the better servers for the Chargers.
Don't look now at the best outside hitter is in front, talking about Gretchen Soltones. Let us see, but first, she had to make that serve in.
But it sailed out. She was targeting zone 1 of Galleries.
And look at the energy on the side of the Tower Highrisers. Everybody just on their toes, cheering for the team. 25 all. Gal, back set to Soyud. Good check. Jimenez was there. Coronel pushes it to the open hitter. But Soyud just aggressive at the net.
Yeah, medyo pasok yung set ni Coronel going to the open. Take a look what happened there. Nahirapan na doon si Ronquillo and Elisoid was right there.
Good effort from Ronquillo trying to make a joust. Coronel!
Oh!
There you go. We've missed you. And finally, welcome to the PVL once again, Julia Coronel. Look at that. At the very tight part of this match as well.
Yeah, but nakita na yun ng Chargers na mag-over yung bola and frontliner itong si Coronel. So, higher chance na ito drop ball niya yun.
26 all is the score. Good first ball from Soltones. She will get the set and the kill.
Kita mo yung giggle doon ni Soltones. Sa approach pa lang, alam mo na napapaluin niya ng malakas.
Ito ba, ikaw din ba, pag gusto mo na talagang pumalo, ako na magre-receive, ako na rin pupalo.
Bigay mo sa akin, setter, ako bahala sa'yo.
And that's a sign, a good sign of a veteran player here. Talking about Gretchen Soltones.
Taking the lead for the Akari Chargers.
Encarnacion!
Good save!
Ball still alive, jungle ball. Baliton was there. She will get the quick set and the point.
That was a good decision from Coronel
Yeah.
na ibigay kagad kay Baliton dahil nagsiscramble pa sa pwesto itong Akari Chargers. Take a look at that. Quick set to Baliton. And nahirapan na pumwesto doon ang depensa ng Akari.
I mean, that was just the last sequence there, but what a rally we're being treated by these two teams. Baliton and now goes over to the service line. 27 all. Laxina with that first ball. Soltones wants it. Down the line. From Encarnacion!
Oh!
Encarnacion trying to go really sharp there, but Coach Lerma saying check ball, challenge tayo dito.
At grabe yung cross court na yun ni Ronquillo.
In that last sequence, Paneng, ang galing nga na banggit mo, sinugal talaga ni Coronel to set up Baliton. And those are the signs of a really mature setter.
That's right. Dahil nababasa niya yung mga blockers niya. Alam na, lalo na pag ganitong dikit, alam mo na yung blockers mo, babantayan talaga yung wing spikers mo because higher chances na doon isa-set nung setter. But you have to give credit also to Baliton na kahit siya na yung nag-receive, ang sipag niya pumasok and hiningi niya talaga yung bola na yon kay Coronel.
I mean, Galleries have been getting most of their points from their wing spikers. And, you know, talagang in that last sequence with Baliton catching the Chargers off guard.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, here we go. Was there a block touch? I don't think so.
So that's the first unsuccessful challenge by Coach Lerma. The point will go to the Akari Chargers, and so far they are at set point.
Here we go, Julia Coronel in front, making the plays before we get to serve from Soltones. Easy server there. Ooh! Encarnacion. This time, detonating that bomb.
Bumawi naman siya coming up from the error. But look at that. Yan, lakas ng cross-court na yon.
Once again, Jewel Encarnacion, one of the rookies drafted this season. Already making a name for herself in the league. Good first ball. Over on two. Oh, wow. Ero was there for the pickup. Cal choosing Laksina this time. Down the line. And that goes in.
Take a look at what happened there. Good save by Eroa.
But Ivy Laksina, ayun na, ginawa niya yung favorite mo. Nakaharap sa cross-court, pero down the line.
But her attack over her blockers, talagang
Yes.
tinapik lang niya sa ibabaw.
Yes.
But will Coach Lerma challenge that attack?
When the ball landed, she was saying that was out. I mean, at this point, 28 all.
Yep.
You're gonna make use of whatever you have left, and they have one challenge left here, and they're gonna use it.
Yeah, si Coach Lerma yung malapit dun sa side na yun. She was the one who said na i-challenge niya yung last point na yun.
Here we go.
Oh, wow! What a challenge by Coach Lerma. And actually, sobrang lapit na ng kamay ni Julia Coronel.
Wow, wow. I mean, look at this. Fighting for every point. But there's a counter challenge on the side of the Akari Chargers for a block touch here.
And actually, both teams talaga maximizing this challenge na meron sila. Dahil sobrang dikit natin for this set, and all games are important.
How many net blocks? Well, there you go. Counter challenge. Unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful. So the point will stay with the Tower Highrisers.
So far, 4 consecutive deadlocks here we're having in set number 1. Namang ulit ang Galeries Tower Highrisers. Coronel to serve.
Good first ball. Oh! I think that was a double contact violation kay Victoria because twice niya nahawakan yung bola. So first set will go to the Gallery Tower Highrisers. Take a look at what happened there. Medyo off timing.
Yep. There you go. There was not a fluid contact after that first ball. It hit the arm and then the forearm.
Right?
And then giving that last winning point for the Galeries Tower Highrisers. Look at your screens, ladies and gentlemen. 30-20 for the first set of the first match of the first game day of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. we're back watching the first game of the first game day of the 2024-2025 PVL All-Filipino Conference here in Pasig City. And welcoming us back here is set number 1 score, 30-28.
Yep. Very extended first set. So itong both teams talaga, they really want to get their first win, and starting off with that extended first set, it was a relaxed start actually for both squads. Not until we reach mga 20th point na, doon na nag-iisahan yung puntos. We saw a couple of errors from both squads, kaya na-extend yung sets natin with service errors, set errors, and even yung mga blockings dahil nakaka-check ball. But look at this, look at the numbers for that first set. Attack points, the Highrisers tallied 19 points.
Wow.
And 2 kill block points, and no service aces for their squad, and they only had 8 errors for that set. While the Akari Chargers naman, 16 attack points, 3 blocks, and 1 service ace. They did have more errors for that set, pero sayang dahil kung kailan patapos na latter part of that first set, doon nila na nakakuha ng errors, kaya 3 points yon for the side of Galeries. But I want to highlight din yung timeout na sinabi ni Coach Lerman. This is a character building for their squad. Dahil sa mga ganyan na laban na sobrang dikit, your characters will really be tested eh. Na, ano bang gagawin mo? Tina-target ka na? Aayaw ka ba? Or lalaban ka pa ba? But we saw the response from her players na ang ganda. As in, lumaban sila to get their first set win.
I mean, we've seen how Encarnacion from an error getting another point right away, and also Isa Jimenez really, you know, heeding to that challenge to be one of the veterans of this squad.
Actually, Jimenez is the leading scorer for the Highrisers with 7 points, followed by Ronquillo. But on the side naman of the Chargers, they have Soyud with 7 points. And even Cal, their setter, has 3 points. And Esperos, coming up from the bench, contributed 4 points for their squad.
4 quick points there for returning Faith Nisperos. But we will see her in action in quite a bit. Still pretty much the same starting lineup for both squads. Ezra returned back here. Ball still alive. Laksina targeting the end line, but that sails out.
Yeah, that was outside. Also same lineup for the side of the Tower Highrisers.
Rosel Baliton on the service line. Straight to Ravenna. Cal. Back set to Soyud. Will go down the line. That was a check.
Yep.
She gets the point.
Quick side out for the Chargers. Look what happened there. Soyud targeting the hands of Ronquillo.
So far, mukhang down the line talaga yung forte nitong ni Ellie Soyud.
Ang dami niya nakuhang puntos doon.
Good first ball, workable at that. But play ended from that net touch by Ellie Soyud.
Still, Coronel giving low and fast sets for her open hitters. So, importante yan if you're a spiker is bilisan mo yung approach mo. Dahil pag bumagal ka, ganun kababa yung set, tendency ang baba ng contact mo, and the blockers will be ready to block that.
Can you tell us, especially for those first-time volleyball viewers or volleyball fans, what is the significance of that low fast set?
Low fast set is definitely to make your blockers late na makapwesto. Easier for your squad na makakuha ng puntos. Dahil mararatal yung blockers mo eh. Ay, ang hirap pa naman maghabol, especially if you're a middle blocker. Ang layo ng kino-cover mo from left to right. So, big opening yon pag na-late ng kahit one step lang ang middle blocker ng kalaban.
Oh, a lot of good touches here, keeping the ball alive. Talking about the Tower Highrisers, but Soyud cross-court this time. But going back to that point, after Alexis's report, Alexis.
Z and Paneng, what a nerve-wracking first set. And talking about the Akari Chargers, they were just one win short from getting that title last season. And with that, they want to reintroduce themselves as a more dominant team this year. I spoke with game captain Ivy Laxina, who shared that this season, her personal goals align with her team's objectives. She emphasized that whatever Coach Taka has taught them, they are committed to executing on the court. Grounded in the mutual trust between him and the team, Ivy also mentioned that with all the Okara no longer with the squad, she feels the need to step up as captain, not just in terms of leadership and defense, but also by contributing more in the attacking department. With PV Sharma and Great Disparos' national team experience on the table and their eagerness to spice it up, there's something to really watch out for. Let's see if they can bounce back to set 2.
Thank you, Alexis. You know, Ivy really has a role or bigger shoes to fill, you know, being one of the highly recruited athletes in that last conference. And on cue, getting that point back for her squad.
Yeah, so that is her 4th point, actually. Talking about Ivy Laxina so far for this game.
Conquillo with that first ball. Coronel pushes it to Encarnacion, trying to find that corner pocket. No challenge on the side of the Highrisers.
Isahan na naman tayo dito coming into the second set.
This time, the Chargers up by 1. Laxina still serving. Ooh, back quick, but a little too low.
Yep. So now I think Julia Coronel starting to activate her middle attackers. Dahil kanina first set, mostly puro mga wing attackers opposite. But this time, this is a good time for her to activate her middles as well.
2-point lead here, enjoyed by the Chargers, but we make it back to 1 after that service error by Laxina. Going back to that point earlier, Paneng, you know, we've seen how effective, when it's very effective, you know, pag nakuha talaga ng tempo, yung low and fast set, it is very efficient for the volleyball teams we have here.
Right, because not just your blockers yung mahihirapang pumwesto, pati yung mga depensa nung kalaban.
So it seems like, you know, the Galeries Tower Highrisers made the right decision in picking Julia Coronel as their first draft pick back in June. And we got our first challenge here in the second set. A block touch challenge as the Chargers are up by 1 point. 5 serving 4 is the score while we wait for this challenge.
Yeah, early challenge for this set.
Yes.
Yeah, because medyo tight kasi yung set na yun from Cal. And hinabol ni Gretchen Soltones yung set na yun. But the referee said it didn't go over. But the Chargers will challenge that call.
You know, that's a wonderful thing about these challenges, especially para dun sa block touch. Because before the challenge was introduced, mas mahawakan yung net, tinatawag natin not over.
That's
but
true.
Since the cameras would show us in slow motion and in high definition what really goes down at the net, it seems like 80-90% of the balls na ganun yung sitwasyon, there's usually a block touch.
So malaking tulong talaga itong challenge system. Dahil even sa block touch, di ba, minsan as a player, hindi mo nararamdaman na na-touch mo pala yun.
Correct. Because the adrenaline is there and the emotions are there. And then now, sometimes these ladies would be wearing the arm sleeves. So, you know, it's so many factors in play, whether or not you can really tell that there was a touch. But you're right, with the help of the challenge system, you know, the technicalities of the game is leveled up with the quality of the game that we're seeing here in the league. Taking quite a while, making sure they call the right call. Here we go. Oh.
It's hard to say.
Nasabayan ng motion. Oo nga. Pababa na. I see, I see. There you go. Just at the right time with inches or centimeters to spare. Blockers avoiding that ball from Soltones. Point awarded to the Tower Highrisers. 5-all here in set number 2. Gretchen will try again this time. Yes.
Yep, quick side out. Gandang bawi for Soltones. Their team is now up by 1 point. And take a look at that again. Targeting a long cross court.
Acknowledging that it was a middle blocker playing defense on that zone 5. Victoria with that serve. Good first ball from Encarnacion. Quick set to Baliton. Defense was there. Laxina from the back row. Heroa to Jimenez. Cross court. Soyud was there. Soltones finding ways.
Nice set.
Oh, and a block by Cal once again. And that block of the set is brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Or was that Madrigal?
Yeah, it was Madrigal with that kill block.
Akari seems like they're pulling away. Ooh. It's a jock jinx once again. So far, Paneng, what big difference are you seeing from Akari this conference?
Well, so far, parang mas na-activate na yung mga back rows nila. We're seeing a lot of back rows from Ellie Soyud and Ivy Laxina. So really, Camille Cal, kahit nasa front row siya, really maximizing all of her attackers mapa front row man or back row.
I mean, that's a thing that we see in international volleyball. You know, opposite spikers are usually their go-to.
Right.
Mapa front row or mapa back row.
Yeah. And we're seeing that sa Akari ngayon.
Maybe one of the things that they picked up in their Japan training camp.
Maybe. Kaya pupunta yung mga teams natin overseas para to learn din kung anong klaseng volleyball or paano sila mag-training. Para pagdating nila dito sa Philippines, madadala nila yung mga learnings na yon.
And here we go. Is it in or out? Ooh. Oh!
Yep.
Again, with centimeters to spare. Definitely a game of, well, they say inches, pero centimeters at this point.
Yeah. So I think that's the second unsuccessful challenge by Coach Taka.
So I believe that they're out of challenges at this point. 7-all here in set number 2. Soltones gets blocked. 2 blockers right there. Soyud a little too under that ball. Ball still alive. Jimenez. Too low to cross behind that spike. Well, that marks our first technical timeout. We'll be back. Welcome back to your Premier Volleyball League All-Filipino Conference. We are back here at Pasig City at the Phil Sports Arena for the very first game day here between first game Akari Chargers versus the Galeries Tower Highrisers. Look at this her beastly best, Gretchen Soltones, 2024 Reinforced Conference Best Outside Hitter. Good pickup there from Ravenna. And there you go, on cue.
On cue, that's Gretchen Soltones with that strong cross-court attack. Take a look what happened there again. Right in between two blockers, she saw that opening na late doon yung middle blocker ng Highrisers. So Akari is now up by 2 points.
Jimenez, back row. Straight to Cal. Madrigal will play setter. Soyud. There you go. Middles are being activated indeed. Jimenez. Baliton. Cal was there. Ravenna. Easy push from Laksina. Once again, middle blockers are activated. Here we go. Time to reset for the Chargers.
Oh!
Gretchen Soltones fooling everybody, including me.
That's because ang ganda nung kanyang approach. Akalang papaluin na malakas. But ang layo ni Jimenez for that defense.
Here we go. The advantage is ballooning. Coach Lerma asking for a timeout.
Kailangan natin magkaroon ng first attack. Pasa muna tayo. Kahit out of system, itry nyo, lagay nyo muna dito sa gitna. Kung out of system, lagay nyo sa gitna. Okay? Ngayon, sa atake nila, ito yung ina-atake, short ball. So ready tayo. Kung hindi kayo magbablock, even galing kayong block, kung malapit sa inyo, magsalita kayo, kunin niyo ang bola. Puro short ball ang tinatarget nila sa offense.
Coach Lerma sharing what she's been seeing from the sidelines, Panay.
Yep, dahil napansin na niya ang layo ng depensa. Parang bumubuka yung depensa ng Highrisers. And nakita na yon na Akari Chargers. That's why we're seeing a lot of soft spikes from their side and even drop balls behind the blockers. Good reminder there by Coach Lerma.
Well, so far this has been Akari's biggest lead in this match. Aggressive defense there at the net, talking about Ezra Madrigal and Danny Ravenna joining in that celebration.
A good mark there dahil Julia Coronel is actually in the front row. So over ball yon, but pwede niya i-drop ball, but a good block by Madrigal.
Ooh, nice serve!
Yep.
And an ace!
Biggest lead so far.
Yes.
5 points for the Akari Chargers. So this is a 5-0 run for the Chargers.
Wow. Big 5-0 run. Got a double substitution here.
Bringing in Mabilangan as a setter and Audrey Paran.
Our officials just making sure they take note of the correct substitutions. There you go. Now you see Audrey Paran and Rene Mabilanga checking in for the Tower Highrisers. Camille Cal serving. Going for that short ball. Baliton was there. Oh! Encarnacion. Ang bilis niya bumawi.
Yeah. Parang quick side out palagi. Nakakagawa siya ng paraan to get a point.
Look at that check ball using Eddie Soyud in that last sequence. Very exciting to see what more, I was gonna say, yung growth ng Encarnacion, Pakaya, this conference, but a little too early. Jinxing might have jinxed that one.
It can happen naman bigla.
That's true.
Na pag nasa service area ka.
Kasi kahit nung panahon natin, nangyayari din yan.
Oo, ganda ng pwesto natin. But biglang, bad contact.
Laksina down the line. Convincing attack there.
Yeah. So, very confident na itong Akari Chargers. Ang laki ng lamang nila. There's 6 points already for this set.
Ayun na nga, Dani Ravenna taking charge even in cheering her teammates, saying, pull away na tayo dito. Oh, nice set.
Yeah, good set.
Oh!
Yeah, kita mo si Balito nakaabang na doon to block the open hitter of Akari, but Dani Ravenna sets that ball to the back kay Eddie Soyud.
I mean, very effective opposite setting even from the libero, Dani Ravenna. Oh, nice serve.
Nice serve, indeed.
Oh, nice defense. Soltones will set up Laksina here. And she goes through the block.
Yeah, 8-point lead.
Wow.
By Akari Chargers. Take a look at that attack again from Ivy Laksina using the hands of her blockers. So Akari Chargers is up by 8 points. Second technical timeout.
We got Miss Kathy Tan, EVP of Akari, here in live attendance cheering for the squad, who's up by 8 points.
Yeah, that's the biggest lead.
Yes.
For Akari Chargers.
I mean, looking back at the scoring history here for set number 2, first technical timeout was 8-7 in favor of Akari, and the second technical timeout was 16-8. So there was an 8-1 run in favor of Akari. Good ball control here displayed by the Chargers. Mabilangan, Turongkilyo, she gets blocked. They get another point or option here. Ravenna,
Nice set.
Wow!
Yeah, good set from Dani Ravenna.
So far, the 2 balls that she set
Puro
out
back
of
set.
system. Puntos.
Yeah, and parehong back set din.
Yes, opposite setting, no? Galing, galing. Definitely big growth and big improvement so far displayed by Dani Ravenna. And a substitution on the side of the Tower Highrisers. You got Bim Pacres checking in. Mabilangan goes to Ronquillo, still check there at the net. Cal, or rather Madrigal. The coaches are also, you know, sharing a light moment after that error. It's okay, they can afford it.
So far, 8-point lead uli.
Back set to Soyud once again. Down the line.
Down the line. So kanina pa yun, since the first set, alam natin na down the line talaga yung strong angle nito ni Ellie Soyud. Pero iniiwanan pa rin nila ng space. Ang laki ng space pa rin ng down the line ng block itong Tower Highrisers.
I mean, you know, Ellie Soyud is one of the very athletic and skillful opposite hitters here in the league. Ooh. And another drop ball executed really well by Ivy Laksina here.
So Akari Chargers variating their attacks. Medyo dumadami na itong drop ball sa likod ng blockers and hindi pa rin nakaka-respond ang Tower Highrisers. How are they going to adjust?
Ooh, faster plays. Started by Dim Pacres with that first ball. Look at that. And it was very effective as this spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan. Patrongilio acknowledging the fast pace of that set Dim Pacres and knowing that it might have been a little too fast.
Yeah. So, again, binalik na dito ni Coach Lerma ang kanyang main setter, Julia Coronel and Isa Jimenez back on the court.
Dim Pacres with that first ball. Jimenez still alive. Danny sets Laksina.
Oh!
Even if she was out of place.
Yeah.
Effective.
Oh, but so far lahat ng mga soft touches talaga ng Akari.
Right.
Nako-convert nila into a point. Ang layo ng defense ng Highriser. So, minsan mababasa mo na yung spiker mo kung papaluin na malakas. But yung response or yung pwesto kagad ng Highrisers medyo mabagal.
I mean, it seems like they were really already eager to hit the ball. Pero bago that,
receive muna.
receive muna, depensa muna.
Oh, nice try.
Good touch and effort there from Soltones. But let's acknowledge that hit by Jimenez, if I'm not mistaken.
So Michelle Cobb and Faith Nisperos are inside the court for the Chargers. And we did mention na coming up from the bench, Faith Nisperos contributed 4 points agad for their squad. And
here we go. Yes! So far, it seems like a very high efficiency game for Faith. Look at this. Off the blockers, off the floor defenders, and getting the point for the Chargers. 10-point lead by these ladies in black and pink. Make that 9.
Another service error from Ivy. So we're seeing more substitution.
Usually ganito naman yan, you know, when there's a really comfortable lead, you see the coaches put in more players for exposure and experience. And this time we got Erika Raagas checking in for the Chargers. Nisperos. Wow!
Yeah.
2 for 2.
2 for 2 indeed. So that's our 6th point for this game. And coming up from the bench pa yan. Now, what more if she will start the set?
Look at that follow through down the line. Nobody even getting a touch of that ball from Nisperos, giving her team another 10-point lead here. Set number 2.
Good defense.
Raagas from the back row. Cobb setting up Soltones.
Oh!
Hey, she gets the kill.
A good set from Cobb. The better attack there by Greg Soltones. Tumama sa braso ni Jimenez. But that's also one of her strengths, talking about Soltones, is talagang tatargetin niya yung braso mo para paluin palabas yung bola.
Smart player, definitely deserving of that best outside hitter award. Talking about Gretchen Soltones, having so many variations in her attacks. Ikaw ba, paano ka natuto ng variation na yun?
Oh my gosh, medyo mahirap. Para medyo madami yung chamba na. Doon ako natuto.
Hindi chamba yun pag pinapractice.
Nag-umpisa sa chamba, pero nung naramdaman na yun. Ganun pala yun.
We got a lot of athletes here in the league who has those kinds of attacks. But look at this, ending that streak is Isa Jimenez with that service ace. Will she repeat it? Raagas giving a better first ball. Nisperos. Not a point this time. Not yet. At least Cobb chasing that down.
Oh,
top setting.
to Faye. Dimdim Pacres, option here, goes cut shot, but Sultones was there. Raagas, back row. Jimenez, Pacres. Down the middle, Baliton, another free ball here for the Tower Highrisers. Julia Coronel to Pacres.
Oh, good save.
They're playing short court right now.
Oh, ball is still alive.
Oh, but Ezra Madrigal was just a little too eager to end that rally.
Yeah.
First referee calling for an overreaching violation. Let's look at that one more time. But interesting rally we had there. Look at this. Very simple play.
Yeah, nasa side pa ng Galeries yung bola.
Sultones down the line and through Julia Coronel.
Yep.
For that set point.
That was Sultones ending the 3-0 run ng Galeries.
Sultones huffing and puffing. I mean, you've seen her play defense.
Yeah.
Short court. I mean, Dimdim Pacres, not your conventional attacks you see from her. You know, she played beach as well. So you kind of see some remnants of those from her attacks.
Yeah.
Going cross, going really sharp and short and long. So talagang pinapahirapan din yung depensa ng Chargers.
Good first ball.
Sultones.
Oh! Nice strike.
And Gretchen Sultones ending this set really quickly for her squad. 25-15 was her score. But look at this. Last point once again. That drop ball that they cannot find an answer to. Talking about the Galeries Tower Highrisers. With that, we switch courts. We wait for set number 3. And we will be back for more of your day 1 of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. We are back here in Pasig City at the Phil Sports Arena for your first day ever back here at the Premier Volleyball League All-Filipino Conference, which is 6 months long.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, and set 2 quickly snatched back by the Akari Chargers.
That's right. Actually, we saw na Coronel activating her middle blockers, but they were not able to stick to that game plan kasi medyo naging inconsistent yung first ball and defense nila na hindi na makapagpaikot ng tao si Coronel. And nakita rin natin na ang daming mga good serves or hard serves na Akari Chargers, which gave problem to the Galeries Highrisers, and Akari started, actually, their attackers started to variate their attacks. We saw a lot of drop balls behind the blockers of the Tower Highrisers na hindi sila naka-adjust kagad. Sobrang dami nun, ang bagal nilang maka-adjust sa pwesto. And we're looking at the numbers. Take a look at that. Akari dominating on the attack department with 18 attack points against 5 ng Galeries. And they were also able to tally 1 block point and 1 service ace for that set. They did have a lot of errors with 9 errors compared to 5 ng Highrisers. Pero ang dami kasi nilang attack points for that set. Ang dami na drop balls, cross-court, and even, again, Faith Nisperos coming up from the bench.
Oh, yes.
And kahit yung mga miss hits ng Akari Chargers na nako-convert nila into a point. So that's a good second set for their squad, and we'll see how will the Tower Highrisers respond to that dahil we're tied at 1 set apiece.
I mean, they say, you know, sa skills naman, halos pantay-pantay lahat, but it's really the in-game adjustment that's key to win a high-level match. And we're seeing, you know, how the Chargers responded to that challenge na nag-iba sila ng atake.
Yep. And we're looking at Ate Laxina so far, who has 8 points for their squad, and Ronquillo with 6 points. Also, their leading scorer, si Isa Jimenez, with 10 points, followed by Encarnacion with 6 points. But for the side of the Akari Chargers, Greg Soltones with 9 points. And Elisoyo, their leading scorer, with 11 points. And Faith Nisperos so far with 6 points. So, ang daming nagko-contribute sa scoreboard for the Akari Chargers.
What do you think changed on the side of the Galeries Tower Highrisers? Before, you know, we were talking about how very efficient yung low and fast set nila. Pero ngayon, 8 attack points lang sila. What changed?
Well, so far, like what I mentioned is, nahirapan sila makakuha ng magandang first ball and defense. But si Coronel still gave her wing attackers na low and fast set, but she tried to activate her middle blockers, pero hindi nila na-sustain for the second set.
Got some new faces on the side of the Tower Highrisers. You got Marzan and Paran starting here in set number 3, but wow! Soyud once again with a fast hit.
Yeah, so far the leading scorer for the Chargers, that is her 12th point for this game.
And Soyud, you know, giving Camille Cal is just giving her a lot of opportunities to make points and be one of their go-to players here for the Chargers. Meantime, Jimenez, a little too low, but one of the players are very crafty with their hits. Check out ang ginawa in that last play. Coronel, ooh, nice serve.
Yeah, good serve.
One-handed set. Suaje was there. Coronel to Jimenez. Same story unfolds on that side of the court for Isa Jimenez. 2 for 2 so far. This time going or utilizing Ezra Matigal. And look at the stadium in the background. Ladies and gentlemen, it's starting to get packed because in just a bit, or let's see, it depends with these two teams. On these two teams, let's see how far or how long this match will be, but after this game, you got the Petrogas Angels and the Chocomucho Flying Titans for this opening game day of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Suaye with that first ball. Bump set to Paran. Does not go over.
It's too low. I mean, her contact was too low for that open hit.
Good serve from Madrigal. Paran, faster this time, but Elisoyud charging that net defense. Alexis Tinsay with some tidbits. Alexis?
Zine Panang on the side of the Galeries Tower Highrisers. I got to talk to the former captain of University of the Philippines, Jewel Encarnacion, and Jewel told me that now that her rookie season has ended, there's so much more pressure to show her improvement. But Jewel told me that's the beauty of learning. It never stops. Once she attacks and it's countered, she's learning how to respond with a triple counter, ultimately becoming a key finisher, even calling herself a possible ball killer on the court. This season, they're determined to change the fate of Galeries. Although it's only her second season right now, she wants to master consistency and mental stability in handling tough situations inside the court. Kita naman natin, madami talagang challenges in the middle of the sets. Now we're tied in sets. Let's see who will dominate. Back to set 3.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. You know, you mentioned earlier, Paneng, na you expected a quality game for the first day back here in the PVL, and so far we're one set apiece. You know, what ingredient would either of these teams need to that first win?
Well, they have to be consistent. Dahil nakita natin kahit start ng first, second, and even your third set na palaging isahan lang yung lamang. Tapos lumalaki yung lamang in the middle part of the set. So as much as possible, if they want to really start strong, they should sustain that momentum. Good start until the finish, na good finish then.
Oh, nice defense from Eroa. Ronquillo goes long. Ravena was there. Again, back set to Soyud. Does not go over this time. Ooh, here we go. 5-all here in set number 3. Coach Taka looking ahead from the sidelines. Not quite happy with points turnout for his squad. Drop ball, but Marzan was there, but nobody for that second touch.
Yeah, medyo nakaangat na kagad si Coronel. Take a look at what happened there.
That was a good effort from Marzan, but this cue was followed up by these two teammates here. Let's see kung babawi kagad o di Paran, but straight to Laksina that time. Palek forcing the Chargers to make a net infraction there. 6-all.
Close third set again. Parang same lang talaga ng first, second set.
Yes. I mean, looking at first and second set, we had 8-7 for the first technical timeout. And look at this. We have been really strict with this new overreaching violation. And there's actually a new challenge here that you see on your screens. Reaching violation we have.
Yeah, because si Camille Cal is actually in the front row. So, if she can drop that ball, but tinawagan siya ng overreaching.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you missed it, we have a new challenge here in our league, reaching beyond the net challenge.
That's a long one.
Yeah. I mean, but it just goes with how the level of volleyball is elevating here in our league. So, kailangan din yung mga rules, yung mga challenges. Even our referees had a refresher course earlier this week just to make sure that everybody, all the elements of our league is keeping up with the level of volleyball that the players and the teams are giving us. We see our first referee checking with the table officials. So is it reaching over?
So the ball is already on the side of the Galeries Tower Highrisers. Tapos na-touch pa ni Cal yung bola. That's why they called it a reaching beyond the net na. So
Okay.
that challenge is unsuccessful. So the point will stick to the Tower Highrisers.
You saw the thumbs up given by Coach Takaminoa. You know, he also understands this kind of high-level calling, refereeing. So Tones will try again this time with a short hurry. And it has been effective since set number 2.
Yeah, and still, hindi pa rin nakaka-adjust itong Galleries. But actually, may touch doon si Palek.
Turonquillo. Ooh.
Good defense.
Yeah, good defense from Soyud. Oh, Laxina wanted to be a little creative on that back row hit, but goes straight to the net. And here we are at the first technical timeout. 8-7 in favor of Galeries Tower Highrisers. Cabrera, team manager of the Galeries Tower Highrisers, with Miss Eleanor Navarro of Sports Vision, enjoying this fun Saturday afternoon. And once again, welcoming back all the sports fans, all the volleyball fans here at the first ever game day of the All-Filipino Conference of your Premier Volleyball League. In case you missed it, we got a new edition of this All-Filipino Conference extending to 6 months all the way to April. Anong na-feel mo? Anong naisip mo noon, Paneng, nung nalaman mo na kakaiba yung calendar natin this time around?
Una ko naisip is paano magpapakondisyon yung mga teams.
Yes.
Dahil sobrang haba.
That's true.
6 months. And not to mention, may break pa tayo during the holidays. That's a more than a month break. I mentioned December 14 will be the last game before the holiday break. Tapos January 18 na yung balik natin. So very critical dito paano yung magiging training program for all teams.
I mean, Coach Sherwin Malonzo, the head of, well, he was the commissioner in the last conference, but this time control committee, there you go, the head of control committee in this conference, Sherwin Malonzo, was saying, you know, this is also for the players so they don't get those back-to-back-to-back games.
That's right.
And they have time to recover, recover their bodies, recover even mentally and psychologically, emotionally, para naman quality talaga ang bawat game day natin dito sa PVL.
That's right. Dahil before we have a conference na parang 1 month lang and 3 months at the most. But this time, extended to 6 months.
Yes. Mahaba-habang kaligayahan ang dadalhin itong PVL sa ating sports fans, volleyball fans. And just like that, biggest lead in the set enjoyed by the Akari Chargers as Dim Pacres has just checked in. Right there on your screens, Dim Pacres and Franz Ronquillo. Good first ball. Coronel straight to the middle, but Baliton checked by Gretchen Soltones.
That was a good block dahil ang ganda ng read nitong Akari. Coronel is in the front row. So, syempre, the open hitter ng Akari, babantayan yung middle blocker. Timeout, Galleries.
Dalawa yung sumabay doon, ha? Ngayon, di mo nakita yung dalawang blocker? Play smart tayo. Siyempre, gusto manalo niya mga yan. Gagawa yan ng paraan, babasahin tayo. Ngayon, ang nangyayari, binabasa tayo, hindi tayo nag-a-adjust. Yung may mga adjustment na kayo na mismo ang gagawa niyan. Be at the moment. Dalawa yung block. Paikutin natin ang tao natin. Ha, hindi na pwede yung, pag may pasa, kailangan may play tayo. Hindi pwede yung ano lang, simpleng A-quick lang, back-quick lang, hindi pwede rin yan.
Coach Lerma felt that urgent need to address the challenges that the Tower Highrisers are facing right now kasi nagkaroon ng 4-0 lead or run right after that technical timeout.
Yeah, and then sinabi din ni Coach Lerma na kailangan na nilang ibahin yung set plays nila dahil nababantayan na ng blockers ng Akari yung kanilang mga spikers. But Coronel is having a hard time to execute those plays because yung first ball nila medyo hirap.
Oh, Coronel with the attack. Look at that. 2 attack points so far for Julia Coronel. Debuting today for the Galeries Tower Highrisers. And she's loving that. Look at her smiling at the sideline. Rose Baliton to serve. Cal sets up Gretchen. Gets that check on the way out.
Yeah, good block by Coronel. Now she's playing
Setter pa rin.
setter pa din,
But
but
very aggressive setter.
yes. Actually, siya yung pinaka-athletic during the combine.
Right.
She had the highest vertical jump and second highest spike approach reach.
Soltones with that defense. Cal to Soyud. Drop ball once again. Nagkahiyaan itong si Coronel and Baliton.
Yeah. Actually, it was supposed to be Baliton's ball dahil setter pa rin si Coronel.
Right, right.
But communication is very critical sa volleyball na talagang you really have to be loud and aggressive.
Ay! Oh! A lot of miscues here happening on the side of the Galleries. Option for the Chargers. Franz was there. Dimdim will take this one. Soltones was there for that cut shot. Dim unable to control that hit from Soyud.
Yeah, talagang diretso sa cross court. Yung attack na yon ni Eli Soyud. Too much to handle for Dim Pacres.
Still a 3-point lead enjoyed by the Chargers here. Soltones on the service line. Short ball. Ronquillo put it up. Ooh, no coverage there. It has been that tandem, no? Between Madrigal and Soyud. Making sure that the net is closed for business. 14-10. Favor of Akari.
A good first ball.
Yeah. Ooh, and Franz Ronquillo getting that kill down.
Take a look at that back row attack by Ronquillo. Iniwas na talaga sa blockers. Yung bola, that's a good change of direction in the attack and a much needed point for their squad, cutting down the lead to 3 points.
Oh, good serve from Coronel. Free ball. Ero was there. Oh, ball still alive. Not enough height for everybody to put that across.
Yeah, yun yung sayang na free ball na dapat on your side, so you'll have the chance to score a point, but hindi nila siguro in-expect yung short ball na yon from Ivy Laxina.
Madrigal, short ball again. Pero was there. Coronel, back row to Ronquillo.
It was too long. I think it didn't go over the net.
A lot of errors given or happened on the side of the Tower Highrisers. Second technical timeout in favor of the Chargers. We're back here, set number 3 of this first match between the Galeries Tower Highrisers, these ladies on your screen, and the Akari Chargers. First technical timeout, it was Galeries leading 8-7, but things have changed. The tides have changed. 16-11 in favor of the Chargers is a score here after the second technical timeout. Ezra Madrigal still on deck to serve. Ooh, long serve this time.
But still a comfortable lead with 4 points. And now Jimenez is getting ready to serve for the Highrisers. She's the leading scorer for their squad so far with 13 points. Oh, that's out. 2 points given to Galeries.
Comes Victoria trying to find a good angle in her last hit. It's a little too out. Two successful points for Galeries this time.
Oh, wow! What an angle, Ivy Laxina.
Can we see another round of that last sequence right here? This spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan. I mean, look at where Franz Ronquillo was playing defense. It was already in the front row.
Yeah.
Grabe.
Grabe yung angle.
Here you go. You mentioned this about the second set. Kailangan ng mas matibay na first ball.
Right. Ang lakas na ng mga serves nitong Akari.
That's true. That is true.
Take a look at that serve from Elisoyod. So far with 18 points, 12 attacks, 5 blocks, and 1 service ace.
Wow.
Too long, but they're still up by 5 points.
We got a double substitution here. Michelle Cobb and Faith Nisperos. So far, it feels like she has like 95% efficiency.
Yeah, so
about
far.
Faith.
Parang lahat na siniset sa kanya na convert niya into a point.
Laxina down the line this time between Coronel and Jimenez. So many variations.
Yeah, take a look at that. Babaw sa blocker yung attack niya. And talagang kiniklip niya yung hand niya when hitting the ball.
Service by Ivy. Ooh,
Overset.
tight joust there. Opportunity for Baliton. Easy ball for Ravenna. Ball still alive. Jimenez out of system set for Ronquillo. And that one's out.
Yeah, outside good read by Ivy.
You can also see that the frustrations are setting in
Right.
on the side of the Galeries Tower Highrisers. But before we give that point completely to the Chargers, they're asking for a challenge here.
I think this is the first challenge for the Chargers.
That's true.
Lumalaki na yung lamang ng Akari na from the Highrisers. So why not use their first challenge for this set?
Here we go. Oh, that was way out.
Yep, way out. So the point will stay with Chargers.
Coach Lerma with Coach Gotti not too happy with how things have turned out here in set number 3. They were very ecstatic and energetic in that first set.
That's right.
But 6-point deficit will not really help their cause at this point. Pacres. Taxino was there. Soltones down the line. Asking for a check ball. And nope.
Yeah. So 5-point lead pa rin meron dito ang Akari Chargers.
You got Dim Pacres to serve.
Oh,
Trying to go for that short ball.
yeah, but it was just too short. So the lead will now go up 6 points.
You got Cam's Victoria getting ready to serve here for the Chargers. 21-15 is their score. Ooh, oh wow! I guess that's the 4th attack point by Coronel, if I'm not mistaken.
I will check that if it's her 4th point, but take a look at that na parang mag-set siya ng bola, but drop ball in between the defense of the Chargers.
Franz Ronquillo with that good serve. Michelle Cobb back sets it to Faith. The block was out, and she gets another point here.
Yeah. So going back to Coronel, that was her 5th point. 4 attacks and 1 block.
4 attacks from Julia Coronel. If I'm not mistaken, 2 from hits talaga.
Yeah.
And then 2 na
Drop ball.
ball.
Right.
We got Camille Cal getting ready to serve here. 22 serving 16 here in set number 3.
Good read from Soltones. Really identifying that Coronel is in the front row. Dahil nakaisa na daw si Coronel kanina sa drop ball. Kaya binantayan na uli ni Gretchen Soltones.
That's true. Mabilangan checks in once again as Coronel gets some pieces of advice here from Coach Lerma and the rest of her coaching staff. Jimenez getting checked also, no?
Yeah.
Good set.
Good defense.
Oh, wow. There you go. Gretchen Soltones ending it in that second touch, second opportunity in that rally.
Yeah, nung first, nabasa siya ni Katindig, but this time, really avoiding the cross-court block of the Highrisers.
We got set point here for the Chargers. 24-16. Camille Cal still on the service line. Referees checking who the game captain is, and Ivy Laxina raising her hand there. Good first ball, Mabilangan to Jimenez. Just a little too slow. It's not being as effective anymore, Paneng.
Yeah, dahil ang ganda na ng block nitong Akari Chargers, really reading the sets and attacks of the Tower Highrisers. And now, the Akari Chargers is up by 2 sets to 1.
Look at this. Akari charging through sets 2 and 3. Controlling the game here, 25-16 in set number 3. You know, Paneng, what has changed so far in this match?
Well, so far, coming to the third set, hindi pa rin binago yung game plan ng Akari Chargers, wherein they focus on their service and variation of their attack. Nag-umpisa yon nung second set nung nakita na nila na nahihirapan na talaga makakuha ng magandang first ball ay maka-execute ng play itong gallery. Doon na nila tinake opportunity coming into the third set na continue with the good serves, target their receivers, and focus on their blockings. Dahil pag nakakuha sila ng misreceive, doon na mas nakakadaling makablock itong Akari Chargers. But take a look at that. Tallying 7 block points for the third set, talking about the Akari Chargers. And again, they led the attack points with 12 attack points compared to 6 ng Galleries, 1 service ace, and again, 9 errors, but still 7 block points and 12 attack points really helped their squad. And I think coming into this fourth set, kailangan makabawi kagad nitong Galleries. They changed their lineup to maybe to change the speed or the type of gameplay that they can execute during the third set, but it didn't work for their squad. Giving the third set to Akari Chargers. And now Akari only needs one more set to get their first win. But will the Galeries Tower Highrisers give that first win to them? We'll see coming to this fourth set.
I mean, look at that blocking department pa lang. You know, we thought that the Galeries Tower Highrisers would be able to utilize that low fast set that we've seen for the first time from them in today's match, but ang bilis mag-adjust nitong Akari.
Ang bilis nila mag-adjust, but on the side naman of Galleries, nahirapan sila mag-adjust dahil nung nag-variate na ng attack. So a lot of drop balls, soft touches, pero nag-aantay pa rin sila ng malalakas na palo. Kaya nabubutasan sila yung middle defense nitong Galleries. And set 4. Faith Nesperos will start the set, and Michelle Cobb as their setter, and Fifi Sharma coming in for the first time for this set, for this game.
And on the side of the Tower Highrisers, they're keeping Marzan as their middle blocker. Good serve there. Practically an ace, no?
Yep. Tallied as an ace for Coronel.
Julia Coronel, once again, debuting here. So far, has been serving pretty well. 2 for 2 for Julia Coronel. First ball has been a challenge here for the Akari Chargers. It's always good to earn a lot of points at the first part of the set.
Yeah, dahil minsan mas makakakuha ka ng magandang momentum and confidence booster for your squad. Dahil mag-feel mo, oy, ang ganda ng pasok namin for this set. This will be good for us.
Speaking of debuting and returnees, you got Fifi Sharma clocking in that first point off the block. Fifi Sharma, who missed that last conference due to last duties. Oh, ball still alive here. Eliza Iroa, just good coverage overall. But Ivy Laxina will end that rally. Alexis Tinsay, what do you have for us?
Z and Paneng fully recharged and dominating set 3. Gretchen Sultanes and Ellie Soyud told me that they might have reached the finals of the reinforced conference. Pero pagdating sa All-Filipino conference, wala pa talaga silang napapatunayan. And with that, they think that this mindset where everything has been reset, it keeps them on the ground to root for something bigger every game. Gusto ni Ellie ng panibagong simula, bagong pagkakataon na may pakita yung mga ininsayo nila as locals altogether. Will they be able to close this game in 4 sets, or will there be an extension? Let's go back to the game. Play here in live on the Pilipinas Live app.
Once again, you can join our discussions and the poll on the app. And if you want to tweet us, share your thoughts or insights, you can use the hashtag PVL2025. Yes, you heard me right. It's PVL2025 as your hashtag for this conference. And look at that, Faith Nisperos just powering.
Yeah, you did mention ang taas ng attack efficiency niya for this game. And we're seeing that here on the fourth set.
You got Fifi Sharma still on the service line there. Coronel pushes it to Jimenez. Straight to Fifi and straight to the net. The gallery seems like, you know, they're a little bit out of it, but they're still in this game. Body language is a little bit telling of how frustrated they were in that last set, but they're still alive. Di tapos ang laban, sabi nga nila, hanggat hindi pumipito on the last set of the 25th point. But so far, same story here. But
yeah, so far, attack variations behind their blockers, and hindi pa rin nakakuha or nakaka-adjust itong galleries.
Faith on the serve. Straight to Eliza Eroa. Back set to Jimenez.
Oh, good
Danny
defense.
was there. Laxina tries to go cross court, but a two-man block stops that from happening.
A good block. That was Marzan. Tandem of Marzan and Jimenez. And this block of the set is brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference.
Ooh! A little too strong for Faith Nisperos, but look at the Tower Highrisers. A little bit of celebration happening on that end line.
But that's important, no? Pag kahit na you're down by 2 sets, you really have to enjoy and not give up. Dahil hindi pa naman tapos yung game and kaya nyo pa namang makabawi or makahabol sa lamang ng kalaban.
Good defense from Marzan. And Jewel Encarnacion, welcome back to the game.
Take a look at that. Breaking the block.
Jewel Encarnacion has made an impact in that first set. Playing first ball and attacking pretty well. Oh, Marzano, that set. Good check. Soltones from the back row this time.
Michelle Cobb using Rachel Soltones from the back row. Well, frontliner siya, but still, kahit mapa-front row, parang may 4 pa rin siya na attackers. Dahil dalawa sa harap, then dalawa sa likod. Faith Nisperos is ready for that back row on the opposite side.
Oh, good serve. Coronel. Oh, ito Encarnacion. Did you see that wind-up?
I know. Actually, there was open block. Walang blocker na sumabay sa kanya dahil ang ganda nung pasok ni Baliton in a fake set there by Coronel.
But also, look at that block reach by Michelle Cobb. Oh my goodness. Oh, ball still alive. Free ball for the Chargers. Danny said, I want it. Ooh, back set. Pero was there. Coronel to Encarnacion once again. A check ball, and she gets a point.
So Galleries up by 2 points, getting the first technical timeout for this set.
Welcome back to set number 4 in this match between the Galeries Tower Highrisers and the Akari Chargers. But look at this packed Phil Sports Arena on the first game day of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Talagang punong-puno tayo dito, Paneng.
Yes, everyone is excited to watch the game, first game and the second game for the first day of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. And now you can see on your screen, that's Sir Ricky Palou.
Ooh, good touch there. Soltones will make something out of that. Madrigal at the right spot, at the right time. Still up by 1 point are your Galeries Tower Highrisers. 7 serving 8. That was Ezra Madrigal. Coronel running to Baliton. Fifi. Hero was there. Jimenez goes for a short hit.
Oh. Medyo off time doon si Gretch Soltones. Ang layo ng pinanggalingan ng bola. Kaya mahirap din timingan talaga yon if you're an open hitter.
I mean, it's something that the outside hitters should be ready for. Yung mga out-of-system sets na yan. Talagang trabaho ng outside hitters and the opposite hitters as well to make sure they still make an attempt, even if it's an out-of-system hit. Oh, look at that joust at the net. Gretchen will try again this time.
Oh,
yes!
Yep. Ang layo nung palo niya na yun, but still, he's able to convert that into a point. So, medyo inconsistent yung block ng Galleries.
You got Michelle Cobb for the serve. Iroa, perfect pass there. Baliton. But a good checks on the side of the Chargers.
Yep. That was Faith Nisperos again. High efficiency on the attack. The opposite. Take a look at that coming from good set kay Danny Ravena and waiting for the hands of her blockers.
Coach Lerman, inisip ata niya na kasama ata siya. But Elias Hero was there for that attempt, but like, wow! Look at that back row. Soltones, quick touch there. Ronquillo, oh, but Ravena was there.
Tight set. Good cover.
Good cover. Good attempts here on the side of the Chargers. Soltones will try again. Eroa taking charge of that second ball. And that's Ronquillo getting that kill.
Yeah, that was a good target kay Ronquillo. Nakita na niya siguro si Ivy Laxina waiting there sa zone 6. But ang laki ng opening doon sa down the line.
Sakto on you. We were just talking about how, you know, outside hitters should be well prepared for these out-of-system hits or sets. And Franz Ronquillo heeding to that challenge. Free ball for the Tower Highrisers. Marzan and denied at the net. Oh!
Oh! That was outside.
A little off timing there from Julia Coronel. All is our score here in set number 4. You got Akari Chargers up 2 sets to 1, but down by 1 point here. Ooh, there you go. Make it an even match here in set number 4.
Yeah, nakita natin yung second and third set, and I did mention na nilalakasan na yung serve.
Yes, that's true.
Nitong Akari Chargers, and that was very evident yung last serve ni Gretch Soltones. She stayed with her target.
That's true.
At talaga nag-float yung serve niya, but it was just too strong. It sailed out.
How do you make sure na may karga yung serve mo na hindi uma-out?
Parang hirap yata nun.
Kasi, alam mo, never ako natutong mag-standing serve kasi nagja-jump serve ako.
Oo, I remember.
When the time came na, alam mo, tatayo ko na lang to, hindi ako marunong magkarga. How do you do it?
Sabi ng mga coaches is sa contact yun sa bola. Parang yung pitik mo ng hand mo, hindi mahaba yung follow through ng right arm or yung parang serving hand mo. Yes, parang tapik
mabilis
lang.
na tapik. Well, you heard it first from Coach Panay.
Medyo mahirap din yun actually. Na akala mo ang ganda ng forma mo, tapos biglang
outside.
Oo, outside.
Well, good checks here on both sides of the court. And Marzan finally ends that rally. Keeping things really close here. Look at this one more time.
I think he was a bit far for that defense. But again, we're tied at 12.
Franz Ronquillo. Ooh, good serve. Oh! Oh, good defense there from Coronel. Menes!
Oh, good save.
Ball still alive. There was a challenge called, asking for a net fault, rather, by Akari Chargers.
Oh, medyo ang dami nangyayari dito sa right side ng Galeries.
Nakadikit sa net.
Oo.
So, Akari calls for a challenge, asking for a closer look at what happened in that last sequence. Let's see if bola ba tumama o kamay.
Or kamay, yeah. Parang medyo sure doon yung mga coaches ng Akari kasi ongoing pa yung play or yung game pero they already called for the challenge.
Here we go. Ooh. Yes.
Yes, there was indeed a net touch. So good challenge for the Akari Chargers. Successful for their squad, so the point will go to them.
I mean, despite that challenge, unsuccessful challenge, look at the Tower Highrisers. They're still a little bit, you know, lighthearted on the court right now. Still a one-point game here. So many possibilities for both squads. Ronquillo with that first ball. Coronel sets up Jimenez, goes cross court. Faith was there. She will get this set. Back row. Oh!
Yeah, so coming off from that challenge, 2 points up na itong Akari Chargers. Take a look at that again. Back row attack by Faith.
You got Faith Nisperos, who has been contributing so much here in this game for so little minutes so far.
Yeah.
Good D. Eroa sets up Encarnacion. Laxina was there. Gretschel from the back. Oh! Oh, good defense. Marzan chooses Jimenez. Check ball. Cobb was there. Body sacrificing on the floor here. Both sides of the court. Advance!
Oh!
That was such a good intention, though.
Yeah.
Good target.
Talagang iniwas niya yung palo dahil nakita wala talagang defense doon. But it sailed out according to our first referee. But Coach Lerma will challenge that call.
It seemed in from where we're sitting. Kasi ang ganda nung angulo din na ginawa ni Jimenez.
Saka hindi niya nilaksan yung palo niya. Talagang placement lang.
Yeah. You see Coach Lerma on the sidelines giving some instructions to the ladies here. 2-point game. Let's see if this checks in.
Take a look at that.
Wow.
Good challenge by Coach Lerma. Diba kahit gaano kaliit lang na tumama yan sa line, it will be called inside.
And Isa Jimenez will get that point. And some thumbs up from Coach Lerma. You got Marzan on the service line. 1-point game here in set number 4. Good serve. Ravenna out of system to Laksina. Good set.
Yeah, very good set and a good attack there by Ivy Laksina. Yun yung mga masarap paluin na kahit na sobrang layo.
That's true.
Pero ang ganda ng taas ni Danny Ravenna for that. It's good timing on the approach with Laksina. Again, pinalo na naman niya sa ibabaw lang. Talagang clip of that right hand.
Laksina with that serve. Good first ball.
Oh.
And a quick hit by Baliton.
Yeah. Good save by Coronel with a one-handed set.
Yes.
Kita niya yung timing ni Baliton. Sakto-sakto.
Good ball control
Yep.
displayed here by the Tower Highrisers. We got Menes to serve. Good target.
Over ball.
Oh, look at this 2-0 run by the Galleries. Here we go, Paneng. 15
Yep. Same story since the first set.
Yes.
Palaging isahan lang.
Menes, good serve. Gretchel wanted to pick up that first ball.
Oh!
Still no answer there for Faith Nisperos. Well, that's the 16th point here in set number 4. We'll be back after the second technical timeout. Set number 4 still ongoing here in the Phil Sports Arena, Pasig City. We got the Galeries Tower Highrisers, but facing the Akari Chargers, you got some of the girls in reserve here on your screens. And the magical 14 that have been showing tough games so far here. We got Julia Coronel as well, debuting. Second overall draft pick.
Substitution for the side of Galleries.
Ooh,
Again,
okay.
pabilangan inside the court, so automatic Coronel will be a opposite hitter for their squad.
Good coverage. Here we go, Coronel with that tip. Soltones was there. Nisperos!
Yeah, good response there for the side of Akari. Again, Chargers leading up 2 points.
Faith Nisperos, 13 points. Look at this. Di pa babad yan.
Oo.
Kabilangan to Baliton. Yes.
So far, lahat ng mga binibigay sa middle blockers, they were able to convert it into a point. Take a look at that, using the hands of Fifi Sharma to score that point.
You know, the middle blockers of the Galleries have been getting more reps here, more touches.
Oh, that's inside again.
Faith Nisperos really finding that sweet spot in the back row. Very effective, very efficient in this match. 14 points for Nisperos. Cobb to serve. Straight to Encarnacion, Mabilangan pushes it to Ronquillo. Ravenna was there.
Good
Gretchel will
set.
try. Pero was there for the pickup. Ronquillo will try again down the line, but 2 out. 3-point game here. It's at number 4. Will the Chargers go home with the first win of the conference?
This is actually a good rotation for the side
true.
of Akari.
That's true.
Good serve.
Oh!
Yeah.
And they didn't even use that rotation. Bakit mo nasabi paning good rotation to?
Because si Michelle Cobb is on the service area na. So, full front row for Akari and Faith Nesperos. Ang laki. Ganda ng efficiency niya sa back, but this time in the front row.
Ito lagi butas natin. Ito ang spiker. Sa opposite, pag pumalo to, sino ang maglo-long ball dito? Sweeper, di ba? Kaso ang reaction natin, nag-aasahan tayo. Sweeper, trabaho tayo, sweeper. O, kailangan muna natin ng isang pasa, atake tayo. Combination, play 4. Tapos, tingnan mo kung pag single lang ang sumabay, bigay mo. Pag hindi, opposite setting tayo.
Well, Coach Lerma is saying that we need to beef up our floor defense. Di po pwedeng si Alaisero walang ang tatrabaho nito because since I remember a couple of back row hits from Faith Nesperos have been landing in that back row. But look at this, Julia Coronel with an attack point.
Yeah, and long ball talaga yung target ni Faith from the back row.
That's why Coach Lerma was saying in her timeout, kailangan tumibay yung sweep natin. Quick hit from Sharma. Her first point here.
Yeah, her first point.
Look at this. Once again, timing was off from Marzan. We got a substitution here. Carly Hernandez back in for the Galeries Tower Highrisers. With Soltones on the service line. Ooh, lethal server at that.
Yep.
But perfect pass from Hernandez.
Oh! That was Julia Coronel.
Say that again.
Julia Coronel, the opposite hit. Single blocker, and she saw that big opening at the cross court.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big day for Julia Coronel. Playing both setter and attacker. And very efficient at that. Faith Nesperos still dominating at the net. Look at this.
Yeah.
This time, no defense on that back row. Alyssa Eroa trying to communicate with Hernandez here. Sharma. Good first ball. Coronel. To Ronquillo. Good dig. Faith.
Oh.
Is blocked. After so many attempts.
After so many attempts, I think that was after 15 points.
That's true. That is true. Good timing also.
Yeah. That was Marzan with a kill block for the Tower Highrisers.
Franz Ronquillo here. Good serve. Oh, patay na patay yung bola. Laxina will attempt and gets blocked. 2 straight points for the Galeries Tower Highrisers.
Take a look at that. Was it Marzan again? Yes, that was back-to-back block points.
2-point game. And a 2-point run for the Tower Highrisers. Laxina will try again. Good check. Ronquillo was there. Coronel speeds up to that second touch.
Oh, good save.
Opportunity here for the Chargers. Faith turned back. Danny was there. Laksina.
Oh! Oh, it's still alive. There's no whistle from the referee. Oh, 4 touches.
Too sweet behind that hit.
Yep.
And we've seen Ivy, we've seen Gretchel with a lot of variations, and especially how it was very effective. Those drop balls, those cut shots, but Coach Taka now called for a timeout just to, you know, settle things with the Chargers.
Cover tayo in favor. Cover tayo. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go! Akari! Chargers!
Ayun na nga, relax lang.
Yes. Dahil kanina, ang laki na ng lamang nila. But parang
That's true.
medyo nare-rattle sila talking about the Akari Chargers on their side. But they have to remember, they're leading by 1 set and still leading by 1 point.
But don't look now, the Tower Highrisers seem to be very forceful at the net. Faith, ooh, Coronel with that defense.
Overset.
Okay, opportunity here for the Chargers. Back set to Faith.
Yep. Good decision there by Michelle Cobb. She saw na yung middle blocker ng Galeries. Nag-aantay na kay Laksina, but Faith Nisperos, who has a high efficiency on the attack, is ready there on the opposite side. So far, Nisperos with 16 points.
Wow. Well, she sits right now at the bench as the Chargers make sure they got a full front attacking lineup. Coach Lerma asking for a timeout here.
Asa tayo. Dito combination natin. Ikaw ang kupuntos dyan, opposite setting. Okay? Dapat pag napa-single block ka, ikaw na gumawa ng diskarte dyan.
Cover lang tayo.
Ayusin mo second ball mo. Lahat kayo gumagawa ng second ball, tapos set mo dun, nasa kabila, buti hindi pinalo. O, sige, okay na. Pasahan muna natin, ha? Pasahan muna natin, ha?
Well, Coach Lerma using that timeout to possibly, you know, break the momentum.
Yeah. Dahil kanina, 1 point na lang kailangan nila to tie the score, but Akari now up by 2 points, and medyo sila yung nalalapit ngayon to close this set. So this first ball receive is very important for the Galeries Tower Highrisers.
Good passers here on the side of the white shirts. Perfect pass. Coronel. Good shoes. Jimenez. Laksina. Put it over. Coronel back set once again. Oh! Net touch by Laksina.
Yeah.
Second referee Herbert Matematico catches that one. Let's see it one more time.
Ooh, oh yeah. Braso niya when going for that block. Hit the net, but they're still up by 1 point.
We got Encarnacion in the front row this time.
Good first ball by Soltones.
Soyud, drop ball!
Oh! Still very effective for the side of the Chargers. Yung mga drop ball na ganyan.
Yes. Good timing. I mean, Marzan with a good attempt.
Yep, but not enough to keep that ball alive. So match point will now go to Akari Chargers.
It will all depend on Laksina's serve. Ooh, good serve, but perfect first ball. Jimenez with a grit.
Yeah, he said it's not yet done. They still have a chance. So Jimenez is now going to the service area. Good serve.
Back set.
Oh!
There you go, and there you have it. Andy Soyud nailing the coffin here. 25-23 in set number 4. You gotta give it to the Tower Highrisers.
Yes, dahil ang ganda ng first set nila, di ba? Extended first set, but they weren't able to sustain their momentum coming in the second and third set. But the Akari Chargers sticking to their game plan to close this game and getting their first win for this conference. Good game for both squads.
We thought it was gonna go all the way to 5 sets for the very first game of this new edition of the All-Filipino Conference. What a treat for all volleyball fans watching here live and those watching via Pilipinas Live, One Sports Plus, One Sports, and RPTV9. Look at this. You got your scores. Akari Chargers winning their first match 3-1 against the Galeries Tower Highrisers. What do you think of this performance by Akari, Paneng?
Yeah, ang ganda nung bawi nila nung second and third set. Dahil nung first set, medyo mabagal yung start nila, but they were able to adjust coming into the second and third set, and we see it here on the scoreboard. And the change of lineup nung fourth set, but they were still able to close that set. Even if it was super close lang, 2 points lang yung lamang nila, but they were able to get that first win.
I mean, a lot of things to look forward to from these both teams, but we'll be back with your player of the game, so stay tuned, don't go away.
Live here at the jam-packed Phil Sports Arena, here with me is player of the game, Lady Beast, Gretchel Soltones, who dominated once again here in the Akari Chargers. And for that, with 18 points, 13 attacks, 2 blocks, and 1 ace. The first POG here for day 1 of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Congratulations, Gretch. And with that, sinabi mo sa akin kanina na meron kang humbling mindset na wala pa kayo napapatunayan for this All-Filipino Conference. So, gaano ka-importante yung factor as you brought your strength here as a local?
Ayun nga, sinasabi ko sa teammates ko na yun, wala pa kami napapatunayan. And also, dapat yung sinasabi sa amin ni Coach Shaka, everyday may natututunan kami pa konti-konti. And hanggang sa, yun nga, may apply namin sa game.
And with that, nakita din yung puntos nung sets 1 and 4. So how did you manage to rise through and get that end game? Nakuha niyo yung panapos this set 4.
Ayun nga, every crucial point, iniisip ko na lang na para hindi sayang yung pinagpagura namin sa training.
Kita niyo naman talaga, it paid off. And with that, do you want to greet your family, your friends, and of course, your PVL fans?
Hi sa papa ko, Marvin sa Cebu, and sa Morada family, sa fiancé ko, si Mark Jason Morada. And happy birthday pala sa kalaban namin na friend ko, si Isa and si Pacres. And thank you po sa Chu family, Sir Chris po.
And with that, congratulations again, Gretch, to the rest of the Akari Chargers for their first win here in the PVL All-Filipino Conference. And with that, don't go away. We have the Petrogas Angels and the Chocomucho Flying Titans coming up. Back to the panel.
Well, that's it. The Akari Chargers taking or going home with their first win. But up next, you got the Chocomucho Flying Titans battling it out against the Petrogas Angels. Look at this. Ladies in red getting ready. And on behalf of the production team, making this an excellent viewing experience for us volleyball fans. Also, Alexis Dinsain and my partner Paneng Mercado de Conexivarte. This has been Z Herbacio. Don't go away. We got more volleyball action coming your way.